Hello everybody, this is turn 2 of the Chichimeca game. So, proclamation from Chichimeca, that's us, suspicious umbrella sign. Chichimeca 3 has gone for its moo, wonderful. Makara, friend, the got quickly from Crimson Chichimeca, very good. Obsidian Chichimeca has gone away to Yotl, which may be just a randomly generated name. And Pink Chichimeca is continuing to not name their stuff and is Tepoyotl. So there we are. Let's have a look at the epithets, I suppose. Chichimeca 3 is gone Prince of Blood, Great Prince of the Earth, Bracelet Smith, Commander of Truth, which is definitely a stone head, probably with large, probably imprisoned and with large strength bless. Crimson Chichimeca has gone God before Winds, Master of War, the Angry Face. So yes, definitely blood and air right there. No lies in the pretender name. Obsidian Chichimeca has gone Prince of the Elements, Guardian of the Sword, King of the World, which I think is I think might contain some earth or nature potentially. I'm not entirely sure actually. And Pink Chichimeca also looks to have some air potentially, so I'm not entirely sure what pretender that guy's gone for. In fact, possibly he's gone just a colossal stone head, but has taken some magic, some air magic on it. Could definitely be a lot of dormancy in this game. I picked an expander just because that's personal preference in LA, because the difference between having provinces and not having provinces is just massive in the area in terms of your income. So as expected, the province up here is heavy cav. I'm going to leave that quite alone for a little while, just because as much as I love 200 income per turn, that could potentially be super fierce. I think I'm going to go instead for this province down here, militia, light infantry and archers. Should be a relatively easy take with this guy. I'm going to go for a bit of 7. Actually, probably don't even need 7 courage. Let's go Word of Thorns. Screw him. And send this guy out here. So the reason for getting another ally early is because defection is probably best when it's at its most aggressive, and to some extent I want to find out what this cave province is. If it's Bat Tribe, because the game's running JBBM, I'm just going to go for it. If it's something like Cavemen, I might leave it alone for a little bit, and anything else I guess we'll see when we see. This province here with heavy cav and light cav is somewhat tempting to expand into this guy. But at the same time, I think we've been over some of the shortcomings of the Axolotl as an expansion pretender during the explainer video. If you didn't watch that one, basically Swallow does not count as an HP route for anything that's still, or the HP of the guys inside him does not count for an HP route until they actually are damaged by his digestive tract. So the battles involving an Axolotl typically go on slightly longer than they might normally, and a battle that goes on slightly longer than normally versus a crossbowman is never a super great thing. I don't know, the heavy cavalry would at least be dead really early. Maybe we'll trim some of these guys. This is risky, but he does have innate regen even outside his own dominion. So let's go hold and attack cavalry. See, we didn't really start any battle magic that's any use, so I'm just going to keep him to attacking stuff in our own domain, I think, and just leave him researching for a little bit. Yeah, that does make sense. I don't know, somewhat tempting to send him or the starting army into this province, but at 33 income, any attrition we take is probably going to be more dangerous than the usable income we'll get from it for a little while. And the follow-on province is also not terribly rich, with 43 income. Our scales overall are going to bring that down another 20-ish%. So yeah, that's one to watch out for. I suppose we'll just go into Darkwoods, see where our Dominion spreads next turn. If it goes into Godwoods over here, maybe we'll expand into that province. These guys will, depending on the amount of attrition they take, probably go into this province over here. The Kumari ambushes are going to continue to stack up, so I've got that set up. And looking at mercs, no one bought Magnus crossbows. I assume they won't this turn either. The guys who didn't make this faction may or may not go for an Altepetl as soon as possible. I am, just because they are a perfectly usable expander, because of their free troop allotment and also reasonably high damage output. And I'm willing to risk it for a biscuit in terms of expanding into a slightly dangerous province with them, just because the addition of an extra fort early is quite important on this faction as it is on any, and yeah, it should help us out long term. Anyway, I think that's going to be all for turn 2. It's going to be a short one. So Ally going over here just to have a spot of what's around here. Possibly another player is as close as that. This guy is going to continue going down this way. And yeah, take care. See you next time. Goodbye.